Michelle Reed and Rob Hanrahan and Jade Se-tho. How are we today, guys?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah? Your first coffee and chat live from Ibiza, I'm sure?
First coffee and chat live together as well.
Yeah, that's why I was really excited to bring you on together, because I know you've probably done a lot of stuff separately, but together was exciting for me. So number one, we're going to start with your coffee. So thank you for joining me for a coffee and a chat. Really appreciate it. Cheers to you. Let's see your coffee cups. We've got a small, modest one and two different coffee cups. I like it.
It's my new thing. I drink it out of a jar.
I like it. I like that you can see what's in it. So that tells me that you have some milk in your coffee.
Milk, yeah.
Yeah, we do you know what, we're particular in some senses about our coffee, but not particular in other senses. Like we're quite experiential coffee drinkers, so we like to get coffee and go for a walk somewhere. Especially in London, that's kind of how we met and how we got together. Really, Jade never used to drink coffee before she got with me.
No, I didn't.
No.
Lured her down the garden path with the coffee. Gone from just drinking anything to drinking that and rest down the road, but.
It's quite funny because I blame Mark for my coffee habit as well. I used to drink a lot more green tea.
That's what I used to have in the morning, a green tea. But now if I don't have a coffee, I'm like, where's my coffee?
Yeah.
What coffee?
Now she gets super specific about it. Though. It's got to be in a jar at the moment.
Yeah.
Certain types of milk, because I mix the milks as well. I have half oat milk, half almond milk. It's a very methodical process.
Cool.
But yeah, so we drink quite a lot of coffee, but more out and about than at home. I only have maybe a cup.
It was quite funny with Danny last week. We talked about the fact that he enjoys the little coffee and the little oat milk, which we had the common bond. So I don't know if you use little oat milk or if you tried little oat milk.
Yeah. You know what we do now? We got to the point where we got really annoyed because the separation of the oat milk we used to get it from Mercadona. But it seems to be the best one. It seems to mix really well with coffee and tea. If you make a tea, the milk obviously is perfect as well. But we're not particular. We're not overly particular about the coffee we drink at home. As much as we are out. I enjoy a good coffee out. But,
cool. How often do you actually get to go for coffee out together? Being as you're both extremely busy, both PTs. Jade's a really active yoga teacher. So how are you? How do you get to go for coffee together? And when you do, where do you go in Ibiza?
That's all we do. If we go out now, we're like, let's go for a walk and a coffee, or especially now. There's not really that to do at the moment. So now that coffee shops are open, that's all we do really is go for a walk and a coffee. It's not really that exciting, but
that's all right.
Where
on the island are you based?
We live in Roccalisa.
Okay, cool. So no coffee shops within walking distance from Roccalisa?
Nothing really distance. So now we need to head into anyway, really. We often head central area or huge difference. But yeah, we like getting a coffee and go for a walk. Not sort of sitting down with it. That's what we used to do in London. We go to Victoria Park, go to a cafe, get a coffee and just take a nice long walk around.
Cool. Well, I want to thank you for being my third guest on Café Diem, and I choose my guests because I know they like coffee, and so I know that also I've seen it on Jade's Instagram, so I'm really pleased that you decided to be my third guest. So with the caffeine coursing through our veins, we're going to get into your origin story. So you could tell me separately. I know we have a yoga PT and we have a strength for movement. So you could tell me separately. Give me a little bit of juice on how you both got into the health and wellness field.
Oh, good God. So literally, health and wellness wasn't really on my radar, if I'm honest. So I probably trained years ago, but I wasn't really that active at school. I wasn't in any sport. I was in a couple of little teams, but it wasn't something I was big on. But it was insomnia that got me into it.
Okay, interesting.
And over the years, my insomnia got worse. And then I started, if anyone's had insomnia, you'll know you actually feel like you're losing your mind in the end. It's really detrimental to your work, your everyday. So I started doing yoga on YouTube, kind of out of desperation really, thinking, oh my God, what can I do to help me sleep tonight? And that started it off for me. So as I started to get into the yoga, I started to do the classes, started to sleep better. And then from there, it kind of just escalated. And anyone that's kind of started a yoga practice, as you well know, Michelle, it can have a really, really big impact on your life, not just physically, in every single way. So that was it. From then on, I knew that was what I wanted to do. There was no doubt. And it just happened really organically. And I think in life, when you're kind of like finding your path and you kind of do what you're aligned with, I think it kind of flows, just kind of like water flowing down a river. You know, everything's really easy, opportunities can come to you. But when you're kind of doing what you shouldn't be doing or something that doesn't serve you, you will be doing against the tide, and a lot of obstacles can come in your way. So that's how I kind of feel that I'm on the right path. So for me, that was it, really.
I love that. I love that. Chasing the dream, not necessarily the money when it comes to that. And if you continue to chase the dream, everything will kind of fall into place for sure.
Yeah, and I think I'm a big believer in that. So that's kind of like how I've decided that's how I'm going moving forward.
Interesting that it was insomnia, because a lot of the guests I've had, they've talked about stress. I haven't had a yoga teacher on yet, so it's interesting to hear that it was insomnia, because sleep is so important. So important. And I mean, it was in London. Were you in London when you decided to make the move? Yeah, and that's where, everything happens in London or doesn't happen in London, however you look at it, right? Yeah, cool. How about you, Rob? So from whatever you were doing to Mr. Strength for Movement.
Yeah, so for me, it was more about kind of reevaluating how I valued my time and my life and different sort of aspects of that, really. So I went through my early years, as many people do, I think, coming out of university and thinking that, I need to get a job that pays well and all this kind of stuff. And that was kind of a bit of a driver for me at that point. And slowly through the years of doing different jobs, sales jobs and different things that didn't really fit with me that well, I was kind of playing snakes and ladders a lot of the time, working my way up somewhere for a year and then getting bored of it and starting something new. And I realised the only time of my day that I really enjoyed was when I got to go and train. Either before work, I'd go to gym box at like 6 a.m. before when it first opened, and then go to like cycle to work after that. And I realised that the most exciting part of my day was spending my hour and a half in the gym. And it got to the stage where I got friends with the people that worked in there and saw how their lives kind of ran and how happy they seemed, and I wanted a piece of that. So I ended up getting a sales job at Gymbox with one of my friends who was already working there. So I kind of transitioned from a background that I already had in sales to working within a gym environment, and then from there it kind of escalated into seeing the PTs and getting quite friendly with them and seeing how their days were structured and how much freedom they had to set their own hours and take holidays when they wanted to and all that kind of stuff. And that really interested me because I wanted to take back a bit more control over my own time and how I lived my life. And that was it, really. I had a lot of background in sports anyway. I'd played like rugby, American football, tennis at quite good levels for quite a few years. It was kind of a natural progression, really. I just really enjoy coaching. I enjoy dealing with people on that side of things. So yeah, it was just that's how it happened, really.
Cool. You guys met in London, correct?
Yeah.
Did you know each other before you were into the wellness and well-being game?
We kind of met around the time of like our transition period.
Yeah,
really. Like very early on. Both of us were doing different jobs before, and we kind of both had this kind of like
friends, weren't we?
Yeah, sure. And then we kind of had this metamorphosis stage of like both realizing our dreams and then running away to
Cool.
I was in Bali. I remember doing my yoga teacher training and because we weren't really that official, but we were kind of like seeing a lot of each other. And he messaged me like, "Oh, I'm doing my PT and I'm moving to Ibiza." And I was like, "What?"
Amazing.
It happened at the same time, but not planned. So yeah.
Very cool. Which brings me to my next question. You two, do you remember your first time in Ibiza together? Do you remember? It probably wasn't for a health and fitness retreat.
No, it wasn't. It's a holiday.
Most people's wasn't.
Yeah. It was one of many holidays over there.
Yeah.
Together. But separately, the first time I came here was 2005, 2006. I came with one of my friends from university with a suitcase. We had a hotel booked in Playa d'Embossa for a week. We were like, let's see what happens. We ended up staying for the whole summer. So that was yeah, went to Circle Loco opening party. The first time I'd ever been to Ibiza. The first time I'd ever been to a club in Ibiza.
Oh God, into the deep end with that one. Rest in peace. We were meant to be doing that yesterday.
Yeah,
I know.
Hopefully we'll get it this year. How about you, Jade? Do you remember your first time in Ibiza? Most people don't.
1999, and it was my first ever holiday.
Wow.
I stayed in San Antonio, and it was an absolute dive. It was awful.
Yeah.
And I think it cost me 300 quid for the whole holiday. Pardon? Oh, I did in Portugal. When I was a kid. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
as a family to Portinet. And then I came as an adult when I was 18, 1999.
Cool.
The move, to be honest with you, ever since I first came here, I decided that it was going to be my sole mission in life to move here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you tell people when you're sort of in your early 20s, you have a bit of a pipe dream, and you tell people, okay, I'm going to live in Ibiza one day. And for me, like over the years, it went from being a very loose pipe dream to actually, why can't this be a reality?
Mm-hmm.
The more I told people, the more I made myself accountable for it.
Yeah.
Like I tell a lot of my clients, accountability is key. Make sure you're enforcing this by telling other people, so you kind of held accountable to other people, not just yourself. And the more I talked about it, the more I rationalized it in my mind. I was like, this doesn't seem that crazy. Like, it's living in the sun versus, like Diana said in her chat with you, like being in a basement gym for 12 hours a day versus being outside in the sun for 12 hours a day.
Yeah. Very, very, very fortunate. Long may it continue. Okay, so we have movement, which is a big part of your life. We obviously have sleep, that now would be something that you're like, I would imagine that you're really on top on. What does the fitness couple's nutrition look like? Because I know you're very busy. So do you make time to actually sit down and have meals together? Or do you just eat on the go? What's nutrition like for you?
I'm the chef.
The chef. We've had Taco Tuesdays together, so I know vegetarians for sure. What else? Tell me. Give me a little bit of insight into your nutrition, because you're both really, like I say, active people, and I imagine when you get time, you're training yourselves as well as other people. So tell me, what does your nutrition look like?
You know what? We're really good actually with sitting down and eating together. In the day, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a lot of clients and we're out and about. But of an evening, we will sit down and have dinner together, and I'll always cook something. We're quite clean.
Yeah.
So, being vegan, I mean, we're limited.
Vegan now as well?
Yeah.
Amazing. Because I remember vegetarian, so vegan is...
We're eating mostly vegan. I don't cook anything that's not vegan in the house. It's about, sometimes there's something like... say we're at a party and someone offers you a biscuit, for example, we're not going to be like, no, I won't have that, I'm vegan. So we're not 100% really strict, but we never cook anything that's not vegan in the house.
Mm-hmm.
We go to restaurants, we won't order anything that's not vegan now. We've started to transition fully.
Good for you.
I think it's the long-term kind of thing that takes a lot of time. Finding out everything that's actually got dairy stuff in it that sometimes you're not aware of.
Yeah, it's a commitment being a vegan. So following that lifestyle is a lot of commitment. So I commend you. Mentally, I'm there, but not like when it comes to practicality. So yeah, good for you guys. Cool.
Like London, every time we go back to London, we're constantly impressed with options and the sort of selection you get in supermarkets. Even the sort of the more budget supermarkets, things like that have got good options now. So we do find it a lot easier when we go back to London, especially to eat out. Whereas over here is difficult. We feel like Ireland needs like a really good vegan restaurant you can go to in the evening and get dressed up to go to. Because most of the places are like Wild Beats and these kind of places, they're great, but it's like a lunchtime menu. Like there are many places who don't have like a selection. You're going to go to most restaurants and you'll have an option.
It's a calf. I think it's more the calf. Like I want to get dressed up and go for dinner, put a pair of heels on, do my makeup. I want to do my hair, put a dress on and go for dinner. And I can't see me doing that in a lot of the vegan cafes. It's not really the vibe, So for me, I think to be able to get dressed up and go for a nice meal, but it be vegan would be really nice. But it doesn't seem to be much of that over here.
No. And like you say, they have daytime hours, so you could get dressed up all you want, but you get there and they wouldn't be open. You end up just back at home again, right? Cooking for yourself. Cool. On that one then, I want to move to your business. So retreats, been doing it for a couple of years now that I can remember. You have a couple under your belt for sure.
I think 3 years now.
Yeah. Cool.
Into fourth, yeah.
Into fourth, excellent. And yeah, I know that, was it this month that you're meant to be in Mallorca? Or was it,
May, beginning of May.
Yeah, so moved or just cancelled for the time being?
We're scheduled for next year. I like a lot of providers and villa owners and things like that. They're try and help the situation. A lot of people are just trying to defer bookings rather than having to cancel bookings.
Of course.
Dismantle the chain of bookings and all that kind of stuff. So we've moved to next May.
Cool.
Which is great. We've still got our Morocco with one running in there.
That's exciting.
So we're just kind of playing it by ear a little bit, seeing what the situation is close to the time. And then Bali next January at the moment, which will be our first long haul, which we're excited about.
I bet. Bali is beautiful. You've both been to Bali, I believe, before as well.
Jade has.
Yeah, Jade. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, you did your yoga teacher training there, didn't you? Oh, you're going to love it. It's fantastic. The food's fantastic.
That's exactly what it is.
Surfing and good clean food, I can't wait.
He's going to love it there. I was like, you're going to be in your element. You can train all day. You can surf. You can eat vegan food. Everything's fresh. Everyone's lovely. Like, what's not to like, really?
Yeah,
really.
no, it's good. Everyone is lovely. It's a very beautiful place. And the people that come onto your retreat, who are the type of people that generally come onto your retreats? Who are the people that you help on these retreats? A little bit more specifically about the retreat business.
Okay, so it's kind of funny actually, because as you start doing a retreat business, you kind of notice the kind of people that you attract. Rather than the people you target when you're new, you kind of work within your own kind of network to begin with, and it kind of escalates from there. Generally, I'd say people get stuck in a rut in life. Or sometimes, I find people tend to go on a retreat when they're facing like a major decision, or there's something they're trying to decide, or they need to take a bit of time out. Maybe it might be a job or family decision, a life decision. So I think you kind of always get those kind of people, but then I think there's people that just need a little bit of help. And when you've got everyday stress in life, it's really hard to kind of make those changes or those transitions or to transform. But sometimes if you take yourself out, take yourself out of the picture, look at it from the outside, it's a lot easier to make those decisions in a supportive environment where you're on holiday and you're having fun. And I think, the party holiday, I mean, we live in Ibiza, we know more than anyone, the party holiday's been ruling it for so long. And I think the society generally is changing towards a more wellness kind of like a wellness-based lifestyle. I think people are going for these holidays more and they're getting more out of them. Well, I don't think there was options before. I don't know. Do you think? I think more of the time there's just more options now for people to do that. The people that come, I'd say generally, people that need a kickstart.
Yeah, I mean we've got real broad age range as well. I mean, like most retreats, we have people from their sort of early 20s up to their mid 50s, early 60s even. So it's a real spectrum of people, and that's the thing that we most enjoy about the retreats. Really, this little like most retreat organisers, the kind of little melting pot you get of your own little network of people that have come once, enjoyed it, come back with their friend the next time. So it's been a very organically grown business. We haven't really marketed ourselves a lot, only sort of recently. It's been very much our own network and extended network of people, friends recommending us to friends and that kind of thing. And it's been lovely because we've got people that are very similar to us coming, because obviously our friends are similar to us, their friends are similar to them. So it's been quite a nice, a lot of different people from different countries. We've had a lot more people coming from outside the UK. So we've got people from the US, people from other places in Europe. And it's been a really nice kind of way of, building our business, but not having to, really push it outside of our network until now.
I think we're in maybe a teeny bit of a break because we're forced to be in a break. But once we can actually start to travel and go back again, people are definitely going to gravitate towards these healthy wellness, well-being sides of it, and not like just going to overindulge on crappy food and hotels and that sort of thing. So it's probably going to take a teeny bit of time, of course, but that's okay. Everybody's in a similar boat, let's say. Cool. Sorry.
Now's as good a time as any, really, because you think people have spent all this time on lockdown on their own. They've now got hopefully into better routine. Not necessarily a better routine, but a routine that involves a bit more movement, because we have this specified times, especially here where we have specified times when we go for walks and exercise, and you feel that it's a real kind of gift to be given that opportunity back again. So you make the most of it. To have time on your own at home to exercise, and there's a lot of great content out there. People are putting loads of good classes on there, and there's loads of free content. You can't afford to pay for donations or what may be. So I think people have now got themselves into a good routine, and they've built up that good, their immune system is nice and healthy, their fitness is coming along. So now is a good time to kind of focus on the fact that a holiday should reflect that just as much. Go and do good things for yourself. Don't come back after having a holiday and needing another holiday. Go and do something good where you feel fresh and you come back return feeling rejuvenated.
Yeah,
I think people are trying it. You don't know it's good until you try it, do you?
No.
feeling good, moving, unless you do it,
Yeah, no, fair enough. Do you, in terms of, because when people come on their Ibiza retreats, they're always still wanting to go out and have a glass of wine or a little party still. But what I want to know from your retreat specifically, so Move With Us retreats, how do you know that you've helped people? So when people go home, and then they're back in their environment that they were in before, which is stress, insomnia, maybe eating like shit, all of the things that that as health and fitness professionals we never do. How do you know that you've helped them on your retreats? Besides a good review, because that's an obvious thing. So let me know how you feel fulfilled from your retreats.
Yeah, well, we get a lot of repeats, so we get a few people that come back. So we've got, for example, 1 or 2 ladies that have come on, is it their fifth retreat now? So, you're kind of, you're in it with them and they become your friends. So everyone who comes on our retreat, we're now friends with them on Facebook. I get to see what they do every day. You get to see their life. It's not like they come and they go, write you a review and then that's it, you don't connect anymore. You kind of can keep your eye on them. Keep your eye on them. But
I understand. That's a very, very good point. They become your friends.
They become your friends.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's really nice.
We've got our own little kind of Move With Us tribe, and we've been trying to put some content out there for people during lockdown. And I mean, Jade's classes, a lot of the people are from our retreats. People that have kind of stuck with us, and we're kind of helping them through these times as well as we are obviously helping them on a trip. So the people that do come, they see it as a really nice marker in their year, maybe at the start of the summer or the end of the summer, where they feel like they need a bit of a kind of a reset. We get people that really message us, kind of looking forward to it as being a really transformational sort of transitional period in their year where they need a reset, just to kind of switch off from their phones and their lives, and that kind of thing. So yeah.
I like it. It sounds good. Because I think there's probably quite a lot of retreats out there that just kind of it's a numbers game. They get them in, they get them out, they get them in, they get them out. So I like that there's a bond and there's a friendship there for sure. And it's good to hear that there's some ladies that have come on, all of them, and they're probably looking forward to Morocco as well, like everybody is now.
We are just as much as anyone else, I think.
Do you know what? It's really important actually, because our retreats, a lot of retreats are holidays with exercise and fitness. But I just want to emphasise, I really try and put a bit of transformation in there. So I really want them to change something. And at the beginning, we do a ceremony and we do an intention setting, and we go quite deep on a lot of our guests. And we really get them to think about what they want out of their life, because a lot of people are going through life, navigating through life, I think not really knowing what they want or what makes them happy, because we're kind of so conditioned. We've got a lot of stress, there's a lot of rules, we have to work, we have to pay bills, and we never really get to actually fulfill our own desires and needs. And so we really get them to think about that. And when something comes along that they might not necessarily normally go with, and it surprises them, we try to get them to pull at that thread. And sometimes they kind of go off on a tangent and go on a completely different path. So a lot of the time they're going through big changes on our retreats. It's not just a little holiday. So we do check up on them, and we kind of want to know what's going on, because a lot of the time they have big plans when they come out of these retreats as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just really a holiday. We try and put some quite serious stuff in there as well.
Cool. Okay, and so you mentioned October, you have Morocco, and what are the dates in October?
2nd to the 7th.
Okay, amazing. I bet. And where in Morocco?
For my birthday. We're just outside Marrakesh, so 30 minutes outside.
Cool. It's exciting.
Before, but we were right in the centre before, which was beautiful. But again, a different experience, because we do have people that have been before, but we just really like the experience out there. We found it was a very culturally different place that a lot of people were keen to go. That's one of the driving factors behind our destinations, finding locations that people are really interested in seeing as much as they are.
Absolutely.
Experience as well.
In the mountains.
And then Bali in January. And where in Bali?
It is actually Tanalot. It's called Tanalot. It's a really lovely villa there, and you've got Tanalot, which is if anyone knows Bali, it's quite a famous temple. Okay. And it's on the east side of the island, so it's just over near there.
Exciting. And anything else planned? So that's it for now. And then otherwise for 2020, you're just focusing on your separate businesses.
Yeah. I mean, we'll move the May retreat to 2021. So without even meaning to plan 2021 retreats, that's what we're doing. But just focusing on Ibiza summer now.
Yeah, we're always kind of a year or two ahead in terms of the retreat side of things.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, as you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into them. So it's next year we're kind of looking into now. But just trying to work out what's going on this summer. for our own businesses, I guess, just day to day, keep ourselves busy life.
Cool. Awesome. So we'll leave your separate businesses for another chat. What we're going to do now is just, if you could each have one, because I know Jade, you're very active on Instagram, Rob, active on Instagram. If you'd have one follower each, not so active, I know, we've got a bit of yin and yang, right? One follower.
3 months.
Say it again? You took a break? Is that what you said? Or?
No, I post generally about every quarter. I get.
Yeah, well, once a quarter, that's, yeah. One follow on Instagram for each of you. So Jade, who's inspiring you? Who's making you laugh? Is there anything? Because Diana gave me some good ones and they come up on my feed and I have a giggle every single time. My therapist says and something like that. So who would you? Who?
You know what? Oh, good God, you put me on the spot there.
What about Rob? Rob, do you have one off the top of your head since you're on it so often?
I follow a lot of fitness ones and yoga. I don't really follow many funny ones, actually.
No, it was nice to have some funny ones now, for sure. Well, maybe there's a yoga teacher that you can recommend that
I try follow that coach Mark Carroll. I really like his fitness.
Yes, he's good as well.
It's really good content that's really educational, and I think if you're learning to train in the gym, it's really worth following him. I've learned quite a lot from him as well.
He's got a beautiful girlfriend as well. Good old Lauren Simpson, hey? Yeah, cool. What about you, Rob? Anybody? Can you think?
Me, there's a guy called Roy Gold.
Roy Gold?
Roy Goldschmidt. He's kind of within the movement community.
Cool.
Learn under this guy called Ido Patel. But if you want to see someone with the most amazing control and fluidity of their body, you're bearing in mind he's about 6'2", 6'3" as well. So long limbs with gymnastics and movement is tough. Look at his page and you'll be fascinated with what the human
Cool. We'll put those in the description below. Excellent, guys. Well, I appreciate it. I just want to make a mention that next week is going to be Mr. Dan Catter of the good old Ibiza, Fitness Lab Ibiza. So at Fitness Lab Ibiza, coming on for a chat. So I'm quite looking forward to chatting with him about his drum and bass finishers that he's been doing during lockdown. And if anybody has any questions for Jade or Rob or anything about the retreats, you can put the questions in the description box below. I also just want to mention the Café Diem social platforms. So we have Instagram, Café Diem Ibiza, Facebook, Café Diem Ibiza, no underscores. And then of course, if we're looking for Jade and Rob, I just want to mention them as well. So for Instagram, for Jade, it's move_with_Jade. And for Rob, it is strength_from_movement. But we'll put those down there below. And then also for their retreat business, if you're interested in Morocco, which I am very close to booking, I must say, you can find them on movewithusretreats.com. Facebook is at @movewithusretreats. And then of course we have Instagram, which is move_with_us_retreats. And you'll be able to watch this back on the Café Diem YouTube channel, as well as the audio will go up on SoundCloud shortly. So, live from Ibiza is Café Diem with Michelle Reed and my guests, Jade and Rob from Move With Us Retreats. I thank you very much for watching. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having a coffee with me. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Well, anytime. Well, I'll be getting you back on separately, so it'll be good.